So, who remembers where we were?
Well, I do because I may have screwed everyone over forever.
Somebody got captured. No, I'm still captured.
You're still
and you
captured.
guys got
we ended up
away.
having to leave you behind.
Yes.
I rescued third,
Okay.
barely.
Mhm.
Like I got away, third got away. You got taken by the evil people who are evil, and we're going to kill the ever-living.
No,
crowd.
I'm just doing recon for you guys ahead of time at the camp.
Oh, right.
It's all part of my master plan.
I knew I should have stressed it. See, third, we're cool. Or third, not third.
Yeah, we could just leave him.
It'll all sort itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Third, what's your character name?
It's Jay.
Jay, okay. See, usually when I'm streaming this, I actually have your names on screen. So I can just glance over in case I forget.
Well, it's on my screen.
Here.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
All my character names.
Yes, all of them.
Oh, God. It's just the Matthias and then...
Jonathan and Michael.
Jonathan and Michael. Yeah, that was it. Because Matthew was going to be the next one, I remember.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
We're not there yet, though.
Right, okay.
Next town. Oh, my gosh.
All right. Yes, so Cadiz, they have run off, leaving you behind, still tied up.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with your characters? Let's just start there.
As I say, you're probably going to check with him first. I know I'm kind of recovering because I basically killed myself to get away. So I'm like...
So I'm assuming some of them, but not all of them, give chase?
They gave chase for a while, but they broke off.
Okay. So how many people are still back at the camp with me?
7.
It's more than I'd like. Okay. I'm just going to be listening to them while I try and see if I can undo my bonds.
Okay. I don't remember exactly what all Matthias had successfully done to your bonds. I don't remember it being much.
I thought, no, I actually did in the end get him free. The problem was his legs, remember?
Okay.
Like his legs were super stiff, and so he fell.
Yeah. Right.
Remember?
Okay.
And so I had to leave him behind because he literally couldn't keep up.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So they capture you.
Well, neat. I'd imagine they're probably not going to untie me more, so
damn.
I'm trussed up again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
Mummified.
Not quite, but you are rebound by rope.
Okay.
Are you going to try and fight it at all, or?
I'm not gonna like struggle or like strain against it, but I want to see if I can provide like a little bit of tension while they're tying me up. That way, once they have me tied up, I can release the tension, see if it'll give me a little wiggle room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a
Pick anything. I could fail at anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm debating between athletics and I think there's still a stealth roll of some kind.
There's sneak.
Sneak, that's what I was looking for. Give me a sneak, but based on strength.
That interesting.
Because he's trying to hold his body in a position.
Oh, I get you. Yeah,
but he's trying to be sneaky about it. Okay.
Could be worse.
Actually, sadly, that's the best roll I could have gotten. Oh no, that's 2d6. Sorry. I was like, man, that seems about right.
Oh my God.
A lot of negatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 and a 1. Well done.
Yeah. Top notch.
Um, you you think you're being fairly sneaky, but in the process, the guys tying you back up are just not merciful in manhandling you.
Okay.
You get rolled over in several different directions, and you're trying to hold your body stiff in certain, positions, and it just doesn't work.
Okay. So I'm fully trussed up.
You are pretty certain that, you can try and do some escape rolls later, but right now, you're kind of beaten from being rolled around and kneed in the back, and just it's been a rough morning.
Yeah, not a fan. I'm just saying this is going to go on my Yelp review.
One of the guys by the fire looks over. If you cry out, no one's going to hear you. Yelp.
Well, I mean,
come on.
Yeah, okay, haha. I was like, yeah, you guys are, but that makes more sense because it's funny.
Yeah, not really. Okay. The search party that ran off after your companions comes back, obviously empty-handed and talking amongst themselves. They are fairly disappointed, somewhat angry. Also, I need to know who has the filters at this point.
We all have backpacks.
Yeah, in the interest of honesty, I don't remember.
I don't know either. I don't think it's me.
I'm fairly certain it's Hank.
Okay, that would make sense because I was doing the engineering roles, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I have them.
Me. So
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you want to do anything else while you're now that you're trussed up, Hank?
Just kind of take some solid time to think about my life choices. But that's about it. I mean, if I'm trussed up, there's really not much else I can do other than like see if I can get some more information about like where we're going, why we're going there, who's in charge, what's the deal, why do they hate people who are wandering around apparently.
Okay. So you're actually going to try and initiate like conversation with someone, or are you just?
I'm just gonna like overhear and then yeah, if there's somebody who's guarding me, I'll see if I can strike up a conversation.
Okay. I
believe the last time I spoke with someone, they were something to the effect of their name was Queso, if I remember correctly.
Yes. The random number generated name of Queso.
Yep.
We lost third.
What?
Nope, he's still there.
You're not in roll 20.
Why am I not in roll 20?
That's a good question. Why you're not in roll 20?
Well, obviously the allergies. He's allergic to roll 20, guys.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh, my connection to the server has been interrupted. Oh, it's gone.
Weird.
Thanks, Comcast.
Yeah, that is.
I'll try
real choice around here.
rejoining.
Yeah, it was amusing. Last time when we were planning to play, but I was too sick. I was doing some preliminary setup stuff, and I could not connect to Roll20 at all.
Oh, jeez.
So
wasn't it the same time that somebody was having like a full-scale war with the mods over a weird banning issue? I vaguely remember some story about that.
I remember just deliberately deciding not to report on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just read about it and went, well, that seems kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Apparently I don't have my notes on those NPCs, so...
They're all dead.
Oh my god. So what
Perfect.
happens, Hank? You wake up and they're just like, there's blood. There's just blood. What did I do?
Just I blacked out again, didn't I? Oh no.
Oh,
What
not
am I-
again. No, the
Yeah.
best part is that's when we come back to rescue. And it's like, what did you do, Hank? Well,
Yeah.
There we
I don't
go.
I don't like to talk about it.
obviously.
Yeah.
By the way, hi ZFG. I didn't want to talk over Guido. He kills me when I do that.
Well, I had a pencil. All right, whatever.
Taking more negatives that way.
Yeah.
All right, so Queso Gavras.
Sure. Yeah, he's the
Of the Doritos.
cheese leader of the Daleks. Okay. Yep. This all
Gav.
makes sense now.
Turns
Gav,
to his
not
friend
Dav.
Chips.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends, we have an auspicious occasion of cheese. God damn.
Okay, so there was him and...
Yeah. They have to pay Queso a little extra to get him to go into these guard details.
That's true.
I don't remember why I rolled
It's just a little
up
bit, but enough to be annoying.
this one, but...
Oh, I should just realized. Where's my Discord?
Okay. So, so after you are bound again, the guy that was, I'll say, kinder to you, that you know as Queso,
Yeah.
comes back over, and he offers you he's going to offer you basically some warm water from like not boiled but before they make tea, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. I mean, yeah, it has not been boiled, but it's warm enough that, the bacteria have a nice hot tub before I get ingest them. Perfectly.
Well, I mean,
Or the nanites.
actually that's a good point. So I'm going to correct myself in this. The water has been boiling since they took off chasing after the other guys.
Oh, okay.
He brings you over a cup that has been cooling for a couple of minutes while they were tying you back up.
Okay.
So, it was boiled. Now it is cooler, but not. He's not putting anything in it.
Right. It's just water for now.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. He'll hold it out so you can drink as you're not grabbing onto anything.
No, I'm pointing at things behind me.
Pretty much.
Look at this. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, look, the Hindenburg.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So if you wanted to ask him anything, now would be your chance.
Okay. What are the odds that I'm going to get a fair time in front of, or a fair chance to plead my case in front of your leader?
Oh well, the chances are guaranteed. I mean, you're going to be meeting with, what did I call him?
That's a good question.
Grand Poopa.
Yeah, this guy actually had Big Ben.
I believe it was Master Blaster. Something about running Bartertown.
So much no. So much
Yeah.
no. Big Ben.
Big Ben. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be meeting with Big Ben when we get to town.
Okay, but having met with Big Ben, I'm assuming I have one option that doesn't get me killed.
Well, I'm sure there will be several, you know. We're not taking you to town to be killed.
Right. But that said, you guys are running a pretty aggressive recruitment drive.
Well, we're following orders. I mean,
Okay. Have you thought about flyers?
I don't know what you mean.
And just maybe just talking to people rather than
Just get an advert campaign going.
I know.
you know?
Have you decided to maybe like put out an ad on, some sort of listserv somewhere, or get on your Reddit subreddit page?
Real quick, what's
Three people are going to get this joke. Are you happy with your wash?
Oh God.
I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
Eddie Izzard.
How do I not know that? I know Eddie Izzard. I'll have to look that up.
Obviously not.
Obviously not. What's the name of the guy in John Hancock? You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Like, you know how the main plot was about this ordinary dude who does an advert campaign to change his image around. You remember that? It's like
yeah, it was I
was trying to think of his name because that's exactly what this guy needs. It's just, hey,
Yeah.
why don't we completely turn around your image?
Oh.
He needs a
We're
PR
not here to brutalize you. We're here to hug you into submission. Anyway, sorry.
So we need a
interrupting. I'm not
PR
here-
specialist.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, we have to get you into town to talk to the boss, and when you guys try and escape and run, we have to take measures to ensure that you won't.
Sure, but that seems like an after effect of the fact that you tied us up the first time for walking. Well, quite frankly, we were just unconscious.
You were unconscious and the only survivors that we found after the mountain blew up.
Right, which is highly circumstantial. I mean, most refugees most likely would not get trussed up and dragged to their leader. I mean, you guys do you, but
have
still.
you noticed anything different between you and me?
Well, aside from being tied up,
Aside from that,
okay.
maybe just start with the basics.
Well, just as a side note, my name's not Queso, so that's two things. All right. What are we looking for here? We both cook. Some of us, have more to work with than others as far as. Oh, okay, so you're wearing clothes. That's good. Don't want to frighten people. Yes, our clothes are different. I can't be totally blamed for the gear I had when I started out on this little jaunt. Look, I found this. I woke up in this. You got about as much knowledge about what I'm wearing as I do. I can't gesture like this. This is really dumb. This makes no sense because I'm tied up. So yeah, gesture that actually occurs. Theater of the mind is now ruined. Okay, so yeah, this jumpsuit, while fashionable, was not my first choice.
And yet all three of you are wearing the same thing. Little suspicious.
Okay, but couple that with the fact that we were all found in the same location and we were all traveling together, it's still potentially circumstantial that we all found the similar gear since we're all running with the similar gear. I mean, I, let me put it this way: the mountain did not explode this outfit onto me. I can
I'm
save time right now.
Picturing it. Oh no, run!
Yeah, this is. We could save time right now. That's
Oh my.
I mean, basically, it could have been some sort of salvage we stumbled onto. There's any number of reasons why I'm dressed like this. This does not make it. Okay. Do you have an antagonist, or does Big Ben have an antagonist that dresses like this? If so, I apologize. I made a fashion faux pas. I'm gonna fix that as soon as I can. Is the color bad? I mean, blue's an okay color. It's pretty neutral as far as, it's not like, angry like red would be. But, I mean, you're wearing earth tones. That's usually a safe bet. I'm making that assumption that he's wearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that lovely story. I'm sure Big Ben would love to hear it as well.
Okay.
He's gonna offer you the last of the drink.
I'll take it.
Okay. You empty it, and he's gonna get up and walk back to the fire.
And am I tied to the tree, or am I tied to a pole?
No, you're just basically laying on the ground.
Okay, so I'm just tied up to myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's technically possible for me to sleep like this otherwise, but it's not horribly neat.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Basically, they left you in a sitting up position, but you could easily turn, lay down. You won't be able to easily get back up, but...
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's about all I got right now.
Okay. So, Jay, Matthias.
So, hang on. Let me get in character really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had pretty much passed out, if I remember correctly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm literally unconscious right now.
All right, I'll leave.
What? I just saved you, and you...
This is a bad trend. We're leaving everybody behind.
Oh my God, Guido! I'm so sorry. We're splitting the party three ways.
This is the episode where we all leave each other, then find our own way, and come back and realize we needed each other all along.
Okay.
No. As you're
a great filler episode.
I have a muscle spasm, and I grab your leg, and you start dragging me along.
Ow.
That way. Yeah. Oh shoot.
He always does these weird things when he's sleeping.
I'm unconscious. I'm unconscious.
All right. Well, I'm basically just waiting for him to wake. I'll keep some watch out, make sure there's no massive, gigantic man-eating snakes, or basically actually just that. That's our sneaking up on us.
Okay.
I mean, that seems to be a thing, and I figure if there's none of those, then I don't have to worry about the other guys either.
Okay.
Because we're not going anywhere with, an unconscious guy.
Matthias, go ahead and give me a physical save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Jay, you hear snoring. Takes you a moment to realize what it is. At first, you're thinking it's some kind of wild animal. Then it's a chainsaw, and then you realize that it's coming from Jonathan here next to you.
I turn him over. Be like,
all right.
I'm not going to die because you're snoring. snap out of it. I make a field sleep apnea mask for him and put it on.
It's very MacGyver of you.
It's made of caterpillars and
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and they're still alive, so it's just
Yeah, but somehow it's working.
Yeah, it's organic.
It's actually very calming, you know?
yeah, it's just this is great. I feel like I'm getting a face massage everywhere at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Sorry, I had to shave half your beard off to make this fit, but it should be okay.
What? It's okay. It'll be part of the
Sure.
disguise.
Yeah.
We got to go save Hank.
They call me Two Beard.
So we're gonna go ahead and just fast forward.
Now wake up. Oh my god. Oh, I feel like someone ran over me with a truck.
Well-
I'm sorry. Were you going somewhere with that, Guido?
I'm just debating on how long it's going to take before you wake up naturally.
Ah, that's a good question.
Um,
I will wait on that because that'll determine some things.
is Jay going to do anything to speed up his becoming conscious?
If it means it's gonna actually hurt him, no. But
I mean, you can
If
just
there's-
start kicking me. You're already evil. You might as well go all in.
well, I mean, if I'm he actually does need to sleep this out, or else he's gonna basically be a wreck when he wakes up, then I won't do it. But if I
Okay.
can assist him along the way, then sure.
Okay. If you do nothing, it's going to take 3 hours for him to wake up.
Wow.
So I think what Jay will do is he'll sit there and wait for a little bit. He'll start trying to grab some branches and whatnot from around to at least get some weapons of some sort. Because if I recall correctly, we had our stuff taken away, so we basically have nothing at the moment.
That is correct. Yes.
And then probably whittle some stuff down, or at least attempt to, and then get a little impatient because it's like an hour and a half into it already, and he's still over there passed out.
Wake
So then
up.
trying to start getting him roused and going.
Because I think it'd be funny. Go ahead and give me a survival roll.
Oh,
Intelligence.
Now it's intelligence, not my worst stat.
Wow. Okay. You find some rocks that you can easily basically chip to make sharp, and you can make some. You find
can
some.
Stab me awake.
Either by finding or breaking off branches, you have some fairly good sized ones that you can then sharpen. So, or if you have something else in mind,
Not really.
okay. Yeah, so you've got some defensive sticks.
All right, defensive sticks.
Best.
So you said what, hour and a half, 2 hours, or
Yes.
okay? And then you're gonna wake them up.
Yes.
Okay. So Matthias, Lore, an hour before you would have woken up naturally, for the immediate future, you're going to be at a -1 to pretty much everything, unless it makes sense that you aren't. So
I'm not really sure where to notate that, so I'm just gonna try to
just
remember.
write it. Yeah.
Yeah. I am at Hua mode. Got it. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Hey, up and at him. Up and at him. Do you want the big club or the pointy club, which is actually just called the spear?
Oh, I don't want to go shake down the merchants today. Leave me alone.
No, you're gonna shake somebody down. Come on.
Oh, wait. Jay, is that you?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell?
And he'll drop a stick into your lap.
Where's Hank?
Yeah. Well, he has not rescued himself, amazingly.
Oh, right.
Well, either he did and he went off in a completely different direction, which would make sense because he probably had no idea where we are.
So I try to get up.
Okay.
I succeed. So I'm like, oh, okay. I just start stretching. I want to be in as good of shape as I can be. Like I'm in emergency mode here.
Okay. Surprisingly, you are feeling more rested than you anticipated. That morning run, I mean, you
It got me going.
It got you, yeah.
I'm ready. All right.
So,
All right.
on that note, then, what I'm going to do is physical rolls, you are not going to have that -1 at.
Okay.
Mental rolls, you will.
Okay. I can accept that.
Yeah. You feeling a little lightheaded? You're all right?
I'm doing.
Let me look into your eyes.
What are you? Oh God, you have.
Yeah, you'll be okay for now, but you'll be crashing a bit later.
You need to brush your teeth, dude.
We all need to brush our teeth.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We need to find Hank. We need to find Hank.
We do.
Where'd we come from? I look around blearily. I want to do a roll, but I want to do it like -3.
What?
I want to do a -3 to figure out where we came from.
That'll be fun.
What do you think,
Okay.
Guido?
Well, 6 would have been the minimum. So
I'm like, I go up to a tree and I start kind of doing the tree whisper thing.
So you're looking for the moss on the south side of the tree.
There you go. So I'm like, it's got to be here somewhere.
You are looking for singing trees?
A couple of times on this one tree.
So, like, I know what you're doing, but how does that tell us where we came from?
Well, the enemy always conflagrates from the east.
Okay.
That means we need to conflagrate to the west in order to, because west is the opposite.
All right. So now explain to me what conflagrate means.
Conflagrate is when you burninate all the countryside and all the peasants at the same time.
So says Trogdor.
It's one big thing, all at the same.
Well, I'll take a look around and confidently point to where we came from? Question mark.
I mean, you were being carried.
Yes.
So give me a notice roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a bonus between your survival roll from earlier and the fact that you were being carried. I'm gonna give you a +2.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You point confidently to the direction.
That way?
Yes, that branch actually has a little bit of blood in it when I smacked my head while being carried in this direction.
I walk over to the branch. Yeah, it's your blood. All right.
How do you know?
There you go.
So, whether or not I answer that question is not relevant to our survival. I think really
You've
need
been
to.
drinking my blood when I'm sleeping?
Sweeties, look, what I do in my spare time is my business, okay? You haven't been injured by it.
Yet.
Well, if I've lost blood, by definition, I probably have been injured.
So I'm going to go ahead and spend a
All right.
couple of minutes, just 1 or 2 minutes, literally just 2 minutes, stretching my legs out.
Well, that's what I assumed you've been doing. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to make very clear because I want to start running. In a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
No,
So I'm going to turn him. I'm like, you ready to go? As I'm like,
I am ready.
hamstring. Yeah.
Here, do you want the club or the spear?
Hey, GM, do the stats change at all for either of them? In my professional opinion, as a guy who used to beat people up for a living.
I'm guessing one is like bludgeoning, the other one's like piercing.
You can just say no. It's okay.
Well, so you are more experienced with the club, since that's what you've been using.
Okay.
That would be a
Stab roll. Because that makes so much sense.
No, it'd be a punch roll.
Oh, it would be a punch roll.
It would.
Well, my
yeah.
punch is -1.
As opposed to
my stab, which is +1. Remember, you told me that the melee weapon I've been using would be stab when we switched over to the system.
Okay.
So,
sure.
I raised stab.
Sure. Why not?
So I'll take the poker. I'll take the poker.
No.
Right.
It's fine. Okay. No.
I don't know.
No. I understand. I understand why it works that way. It doesn't make sense, but I understand. So punch is literally using a unarmed attack.
Oh, okay.
Stab is your it's any kind of held melee weapon.
Yeah.
And then shoot would be a thrown weapon.
That makes sense. Sort of.
Not really, but it does.
I probably would have called them unarmed melee and range, but I'm a weirdo, so.
Well, yeah.
So I will take the club. And I'll kind of test the weight a little bit. I'm like, here, hold still. I want to see how well it hits, okay?
Oh, that's going to suck.
You know, we should get going.
Oh, you're ready to go. Well, tell you what, you go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
No, I insist. You're much more of the...
No, you're much slower than me. Let's go. Come on. Don't make me carry you.
Well, you can if you want.
All right. Let's roll strength.
No, don't.
So what happens in Laura? I just start being like, all right, hang on. And he's like, whoa.
You're delirious from all of that running.
So what kind of roll do I need to do? So, okay, here's what I want to do, Guido.
Yeah.
I want to book it until I personally believe I am close enough to start stealthing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to get in the mission area.
Yep. Okay.
So what do I have to roll to make that happen?
Athletics, Constitution.
Now, athletics doesn't exist.
Oh,
I'm assuming you mean exert.
Yes. Sorry.
And I'm not at -1 on physical, right?
Correct.
Okay.
This is going to be good.
So, did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay. So 8.
Okay.
Well, that's as much as I can possibly roll.
I screwed that up. I'm sorry. I meant to do Constitution, not Strength.
Does it change the roll?
It would make it less by 1, so I actually got a 7.
Okay, so we'll keep the 8.
Okay. I like the idea that I'm doing all this stretching and I'm all ready, and he's just
gone.
He takes off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, so you guys are just booking it, and as you are approaching the area that you had originally escaped from, Matthias, you are on the verge of out of breath.
Yeah.
Jay, that was a nice little run.
Yeah. Like, I'm normally terrible at doing this, but I think I've,
Yeah, this is okay.
It's a refreshing constitutional.
Yeah. All right, now you can set me down, and I'll just walk the rest of the way.
Nice.
Phone call. Oh, thank God. Ugh. So we are now in mission zone, in stealth range.
That is correct.
All right. Well, it may be fair to say that they have left, but we could, I guess, sneak up on the little campsite and see.
Yeah, just give me a second. You should go.
We should split up, is what you're saying?
No. Just start without me. I'll be right with you. I'll be right behind you.
Go ahead and both of you give me a sneak dexterity.
Oh, jeez, here we go. Holy crap!
Oh,
wow.
Holy shit. So I confidently flip into the under, but he doesn't even notice me anymore. I'm just gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where are you?
as,
Right.
No.
as you're telling him to get ready, he turns back to look and acknowledge you, and you have disappeared.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm completely gone.
Batman?
I've already caked mud all over myself. Doing the Rambo, not Rambo,
Predator.
Predator, yeah.
So okay, I will definitely take point then because all joking aside, my character is legitimately starting to panic about the fate of Hank here. So what I want to do is I want to basically move forward, and I'm looking for any sign of a scout. That's my biggest concern right now.
Okay.
If we have anyone out patrolling? I'm probably paying more attention to my ears than my sight, if that changes anything.
Okay, it does.
So what do I do? I will notice at a -7. Got it.
Actually,
Oh, jeez. I was kidding.
no. I was saying actually I'm not going to ask you to roll for this. You don't hear anything.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going forward, right?
Okay.
And then I pause for a minute, like a solid 30 seconds.
Sure.
Then I move forward like maybe another 100 feet, like a pretty decent chunk.
Mm-hmm.
Still nothing, right?
Still nothing.
I start jogging in the direction of where I believe the camp is at this point, abandoning all attempts at stealth.
At this point, go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Oh, jeez.
While
you're doing that, what is Jay doing?
Well, he told me to go on ahead a little bit, so I'm going on ahead. He'd probably break a little bit in the other direction and go around. He's basically looking for people leaning up against trees and whatnot, keeping a lookout.
Okay. So you are not seeing any signs of anyone in the area. Matthias, with that notice roll, I am going to give you this.
Oh.
When you guys ran away, there was a fire burning. You're not seeing smoke.
At all?
No.
Oh, crap. Okay. So that can only mean one possible thing. I turn to where I think Jay is. Jay, you led us to the wrong place. There's no camp here.
Maybe they moved.
Well, come on. We got to at least find where the old camp was. We got to figure out so we get some tracks.
It was probably in that direction.
Is probably in that direction.
Yeah. Okay, it's very hard to trace your way back through a forest to a particular spot when you're on the back of somebody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not facing that direction.
Okay. I am going to full on sprint in that direction
Okay, we're doing this again. All right.
in the hopes of finding any signs of the camp we were just at.
So you're running and
Sprinting.
Sure.
This is important.
Okay. The edge of the forest, you can see approaching. You're approaching the edge of the forest. And as you break through, I'm assuming you're not stopping.
Yeah.
Okay. As you break through into the out of the forest, you can see a short distance away, probably 20 meters off to your left, basically where Jay had been pointing is a what appears to be a campfire circle of rocks
With a bunch of people with guns out pointed at me.
and you recognize the indentations in the ground where the three of you had been trussed up.
God damn it. So I go ahead and pause for a minute to catch my breath. And as soon as Jay reaches me, I'm like, Jay.
Yes, it's a campsite.
Do you see any tracks?
A lot of them.
Where are they going? Other than the way we just came from.
So I'm assuming since there was a lot of people, we can kind of at least get a rough direction.
Oh yeah, yeah. They are not trying to hide their direction of travel, so it is not difficult.
I was really worried they were going to be stealthing it out because we don't have tracking, like any kind of tracking.
No.
Nope.
We would be screwed. Okay. So they went that away. Now, help me with the terrain here really quick, Guido.
Sure.
My mind. Because what I'm picturing is probably wrong. So where are we right now?
So you are in the you are coming down from the mountainous terrain into more of a flatlands.
Okay.
Let's see, that's it's basically scrub forest at this point.
Okay.
There's quite a bit of like pine trees and that style. There's some cedar trees, but most of it is tall like poplar, and the brush that just can't grow amidst that kind of older growth. And I am going to give you one other thing.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm not going to give it to you. No. Hold on. What I want is I'll let you choose. You can either do a notice roll or a no roll. You're either going to notice it or you're going to remember it. So I'll let you choose.
I'm actually going to go with remembering, just because the way my character
Okay.
tends to pay attention, especially in crisis situations.
Sure. And Jay, you can roll on this as well.
This is a -1, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
I forget my name. What is that roll? That's a 1 and a 3. Jesus Christ. It's not the worst I could roll. The worst I could roll is actually a 0.
-1, minus.
So
Yeah.
you do remember your name.
Yeah, you could have rolled a 0. Wow, that would have. Okay. However, Jay, this is okay. So you remember that as you guys have been traveling from where they originally captured you, you've pretty much been following the river.
Okay. So I'll point it out and say, I mean, it makes sense. That's where they're going. So
Can I see, like, from my pseudo hill height, can I see anything in that direction if I were to try and scout? Like, I don't mean scout, I mean literally just look.
Pretty much the only thing you're going to see at this point is the ground that has been trampled as the party proceeded in that direction.
So I'm not like on a hill. I can look down and I see, aha, there's a civilization over there, kind of a thing.
It's hilly, but yeah, you're not going to see a long distance, no.
Okay. So I take a moment. I'm like, all right. And I just start going, probably at a jog at the least. I want to be going faster than I assume they're going.
Okay.
But I don't want to be going all out at this point.
Okay. So, 2 hours ago.
Jesus. Meanwhile, in the past.
Perfect.
Sorry, I had to do it that way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have reacted the way that you did. So, about 30, 40 minutes after that not scouting, but the hunting party gets back from chasing after the escapees,
Mm-hmm.
you see that they are starting to tear down camp. They put out the fire, start gathering up the items of their camp site, and one of the guys comes over and starts to collect you up. You gonna walk, or do we need to carry you?
I'd like to walk if possible.
All right.
This is a little more dignified.
He'll reach down and unbind your legs. Basically take the rope and bring it back up and do another loop around basically your chest and arms.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll basically just stand back, and we're going this way.
Okay. I'm going to see how well my legs actually work since I've been tied up.
You are a bit wobbly at first, but a couple of minutes go by of walking unsteadily, and you're pretty much back to normal.
Okay. How much lead do I have?
About an arm's length.
Well, that's not very far. All right, then. And am I tied? Am I being led by someone or by like somebody on a horse?
They do not have horses.
Okay, we're all walking normal. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Do I see any of our gear, backpacks, stuff like that as we're walking?
Oh yeah, there's a couple of guys that are carrying your stuff.
Okay. Just kind of keep an eye on where that is. Okay. I am going to, as we're walking, I'm going to try and kind of every so often drag my toe a little bit to make a mark on the ground.
Okay.
Not like making a big, like trying to keep it subtle, but also making sure that, you know, it's marked.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a sneak dex. Just because you are intending to be sneaky about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. You are fairly certain that not only the guy that's like right behind you hasn't noticed, but neither have any of the other people behind him.
Okay. Cool. And we've exited out of the forested area. And we're kind of in a we're walking through like fielded area because we were camped on the edge of the forest. And we're moving.
Yeah. So at this point, at this point, you are coming out of the forest into more of a grassy plain.
Okay.
I don't really have a description per se, but
That's okay. It was more kind of like in my head, changing of the scenery, the terrain.
it's well, so you know Oregon.
Mhm.
Picture like the flat areas to the east of I-5 as you're heading north.
Okay.
Those flat grassy plains.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what you're crossing.
There's just a lot of like pasture-looking land.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. And are they talking as they're walking, or is it just silent marching?
I mean, they're not.
I'm trying to get an idea of like, do they talk about like, can I infer anything from their conversations about their like society, their town, their living situation, their hierarchy, their weaknesses? You know, if those
Okay.
happen to pop up.
Okay.
Can I offer a suggestion
yeah.
really quick?
Go for it.
As they're going, they just have this low chant. We make holes in teeth. We make holes in teeth.
Well, sure, why not?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, they're not trying to hide their conversation. It's basically what you would like banter that you would expect between people that have known each other for years.
Okay. But do they talk like a group of friends, or do they talk like a team in a raiding party? Like I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to kind of get a feel like, are these just like super overprotective, or are these guys just assholes?
So there are a couple that you can tell get along with each other better than others, as you know any group would. There's a guy out front that hasn't really conversed with anyone, whether that's because he's scouting ahead or he's more of a loner. You can't really tell.
Okay.
Couple of guys that are in your vicinity are talking occasionally. Two of them are talking more than others. Another group behind you that is carrying more of the gear. They're more jovially chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they'll yell something up to the group that's next to you. You know, did you see the new girl at... Hold on.
I thought you were making a reference.
No.
Sorry.
No. This is actually... Hold on. Did you see the new girl at Lazy Sally's? That's going to be one of the primary topics of their conversation for quite some time.
Okay. All right. And I'm just going to kind of keep that kind of thought process going in the back of my mind. I'm like trying to get an idea of like, because we've seen some weird stuff since we've got here. And so far, these don't sound like flesh tree people, but who knows? But they also don't seem like the people from Harvest that we left from.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a middle ground of gray.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just going to keep biding my time.
Okay.
Making sure to keep track or
Okay.
making tracks.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are actually making fairly good time. They're not pushing you physically, or physically.
Okay, yeah.
But they're definitely keeping you going at a good pace.
Okay.
This is definitely a group that has consistently moved as a group and knows how to move as a group. So they are making sure that you can keep up. But again, it's not physically exhausting.
Right.
So
it's steady but not oppressive.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those paces that you could probably go for most of the day without getting tired. But at the end of the day, your legs are going to feel it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do they do a water break past canteen or anything like that as they're going, or eat on the trail kind of thing?
They've got some jerky that each of them basically have in a pouch. Canteens. I'm not going to make you do any kind of roll for this. When you guys were back at when you guys were back in the fire, and they were boiling water, they were filling their canteens with the boiled water. So everyone had a full canteen.
Okay.
I don't remember. Did you guys actually have canteens in your packs? Laura says you did.
Yes.
So
okay. Yeah,
I think that was part of the first, or the general first aid kit.
Okay.
Stuff.
Yeah, that would make sense. So they actually took the time to refill your canteens as well.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, anything that will hold, additional water, why not?
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Yeah. Anything else while you're making headway?
No,
Okay.
can't think of anything else.
So Matthias and Jay, you guys are running along. You don't realize it at first. It doesn't connect. But after you see it a couple of times, you actually start to take note, and it clicks. You're seeing drag marks in the ground.
They obviously went this way.
I think they're being followed by a giant snake, Jay.
Perfect.
So what
Well, that could be to our benefit too.
No, we need to befriend the snake.
You know any snake charming?
Long side tangent.
It's okay. It's okay. I can speak parts of the tongue.
Oh, really? Let's hear some of that. It just sounds like you're trying to talk through a tunnel.
I mean, have you seen the movies? That's how they present it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I swear to God, if they've heard, I'm already going to kill all of them. But if they've heard him, I'm going to make it slow.
They probably have, based on the fact that they're dragging him.
No, yeah, I caught that. I caught that.
Totally not the intent. Great.
So, I am now filled with vengeance,
Great. Perfect.
hatred.
Perfect.
So much so that I will lose myself in bloodlust and start attacking Hank in the middle of the fight.
Is that why you keep drinking my bloodlust?
Yes. It's kind of like I wean myself, except instead of off of it, it's more on it. So I like wean myself onto the blood.
It's like iocane powder.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look up into the sky.
Okay.
And then Guido's going to tell me what time of day it is.
I knew. No.
Burns. It burns.
Also insert Overwatch reference here.
He looks up and sees two suns, and orchestral music starts playing.
Oh, I can hear it too. I can hear it.
Wistfully into the distance.
You see an airship off in the distance?
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Panic.
That's all bad. All bad.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
I am filled with fear.
Yes, you would.
This airship. So, what time is it, Guido?
It is going on. Let's see. You guys made a run for it early in the morning. It was like just after sunrise, if I remember correctly. So that would have been. Sun is almost directly overhead.
Damn. Okay. I'm like, all right, Jay, come here for a sec.
Okay.
I just want you on the same page here. But if you've got any ideas, please speak up. Okay, you're my tracking expert. You're my brain genius guy. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we need to get caught up to them, and then we need to just stay with them until they hit a moment of weakness, like they break for camp or they pause for the night or whatever, right? And then
Or they find a settlement.
Well, if they find the settlement, we're screwed.
I know.
So, but that still might work for us because at least then we have the opportunity to scope it out and case it and kill everyone there. So here's what I'm thinking. We should get up there until we basically are in reach of these guys. Either we see the dust clouds. Is there enough dust here that they would be kicking that up, Guido?
You haven't noticed it, anything like that yet, no.
Damn. All right. We need to keep going until we hear them or find some other sign that would exist within the environment that we were currently in. This is what I say in character. And in so doing, I mean, we're in Oregon. I've been to Oregon. I've been in the woods in Oregon camping. And it's like, so, and then we need to just stick with them until we have it. Do you have any other ideas? I already said this. Do you have any other ideas?
No, I mean, like the best we can do is find them and keep up with them and see what's going on.
Okay, that really sucks.
And really hope that they don't reach some sort of settlement before nightfall or something of that sort.
So we need to lock the door and hope they don't have blasters.
Yes. Question: from what I could remember, how much food were they packing? Like enough to roam for quite a while, or enough for like half a day trip?
Ooh, I will also roll to see if I remember this. At -1, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I actually rolled decent. Holy crap.
The amount of food that they were packing, you're not sure of. However, what you did see is that they were in the process of preparing meat from some kind of wild animal.
Perfect.
Most likely one of the giant snakes.
Good idea, Jay. Good idea.
I didn't even say anything.
Well, no, because your idea is very sound, and I want you to take full credit for this because this is all you. Because what we could do is once they stop for camp, they'll probably go out and hunt like a snake. They only need one, right? And that means they're going to be split up, and that means we can murder them, and then we can murder them.
You know, I hate using the term murder because that implies like wrongdoing.
Butcher?
No, that implies a sick satisfaction in doing so.
But that sounds accurate.
All checks out.
All right, fine. Massacre. Okay, we'll go with a nice neutral term.
Oh, that's just a longer word.
We'll go massacre. Let's do it. And so I just take off. It's up to this group.
Oh, okay. A murder hobo and we will go.
I saw that class. I wasn't impressed with it. Someone in chat will understand, or in like the VOD will know what I'm referencing.
VOD viewers are loving it.
They're like, "Oh my god, I get that reference."
Suddenly thinking of Captain America.
Yeah.
I got that one.
So no real change in plan. Let's book it.
Okay.
We've got to save him. They're dragging him by his heels, or maybe by his head. Maybe they're like holding his legs and dragging him so like he's being dragged like he's a piece of meat or something.
That sounds uncomfortable.
He is.
I need to kill these people so badly. It's like a need. It's like a burning aching in the back of my mind, Jay. I need to kill these people.
Hold on. I checked for fever.
Go ahead. I'm a little overheated because I'm jogging.
Yeah, you're burning up.
Okay, perfect. I keep going.
You've probably got bloodlust fever.
Burn the pounds. Burn the pounds. Okay, so while the GM isn't paying attention, I snap my fingers and a Star Destroyer appears in orbit.
Perfect.
And I use the Star Destroyer to pinpoint where they are and just start firing indiscriminately.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh wait, no. I mean. So we're going.
Okay.
We're booking it.
Okay. Switching back to Hank here.
Mm-hmm.
The terrain has basically flattened out, and the ground you're noticing that it is much more moist than in the hilly area that you had come from.
Okay.
The river that you guys have been following has it's considerably more shallow and spread out, and the ground as you are continuing is more soggy.
Okay.
Do you carve in the mud? Don't kill these people. I'm cool.
That's going to be impressive while walking.
It's like a cursive, except it's this way, so it's reversed and upside down. So,
which is hilarious when you consider my handwriting.
Oh God,
it'd be as legible, yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna say if you are trying to do the drag your foot thing, it's just going to get absorbed back into the wet of the ground.
Okay.
But there are, I mean, you are walking over the footprints from the guy that's like scouting ahead. The group of guards that are around you, you can see their footsteps. There is no way to hide your path through here.
Okay, so this is less of a consideration that I have to show them where I'm going.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Given the level of the event in this world and how much time has passed, what are the odds of running into other people, like just random people who may be traveling? Like, do we see anyone ever as we walk? Like, if this is a somewhat main thoroughfare between,
it is no, it is not a main thoroughfare. Yeah,
okay.
This, yeah, it's obvious that actually, I'll give you this. From when you were camping in the morning and the night before, in that's totally not what I meant to say. Between between the first camp where you guys woke up and the next time you camped, that day of travel,
okay,
you encountered a crossroads. That was the only road that you guys have encountered.
Okay. Yeah. That. So nobody.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. This is definitely, I mean, coming from the mountain to where you're going is definitely not a well-traveled route. Nobody goes that way.
Okay. And given that where we're coming down from the mountain and where we're traveling, can I, like, basically understand the general direction of where I am in conjunction with Harvest, since we've made a trek from the mountain to there and then back to the mountain? So, like, if you're walking somewhere and you know where you started from, you went to a point, and then now you're going to a third point, you know where the mountain reference would be, since that's what you left. And can you
actually
triangulate where
here? Wait.
Okay.
Do you remember when you guys first came out of the ship and you were at the waterfall looking out over the valley?
Yeah.
You could see two different villages, basically.
Right.
You guys went to the one. It feels like you are making your way and have been making your way to the other one.
Okay, that's what I was kind of trying to figure out. Is like, does this feel like we're going to the other city we saw?
Yes.
Okay.
I will give you that.
Okay. Suddenly, 2 hours in the future, I suddenly realized that we're heading towards the other city that we saw earlier. It just clicks with me. I turned to Jay. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. It would make sense that the two of you would also come to that realization about that, you know, not quite at the same time, but as you're coming down through the scrub forest into the plains, having been following the river, it is in that general direction. You're going to come to that same conclusion.
So 30 minutes apart from each other, we both tell each other the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey! All right. He's right.
What's your plan here?
I'm kind of, my plan is to kind of continue on. I've got kind of no idea, no prospects as of yet until something jumps out at me. But
well, I mean, unfortunately, Guido, I've kind of already told you my plan. We were operating at such a massive disadvantage here that just attacking them it feels like suicide. So we need to get them at some point of weakness. So the general plan is catch up and then watch for an opening and hope that our GM throws us a bone, because
for them to make a mistake.
Obviously, from a purely in-character perspective, it's a logical deduction. It's like, okay, at some point they've got to break, or they've got to go to sleep, or they've got to do this, or they'll reach the city. These are our options. So we're going to just kind of be sticking back here, paying attention, watching for their scouts, and stealthing as necessary, and just trying to stay in range of them. That's the goal.
Okay.
Unless Jay has a better idea.
I mean, the only alternative idea that I have is to get ahead of them, set up some sort of trap, and then
that's a good idea.
Go from there. But
let's do it. Do it.
Ooh, that means more running. That's the only downside.
Sprinting, actually, is what that means. Do you want to do it? You want to commit?
My body's telling me no.
Meanwhile, Guido's like, this is the worst idea in the history of the universe. Why are they thinking this? No, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready to die horribly. This is the end.
Both rolled ones and fallen unconscious after the first step.
Let's do the exert really quick. Constitution, right, Guido?
Yes.
Okay. No, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
So, leave me behind, Jay. Leave me behind.
Okay.
So Jay leaves me behind.
No.
So which is funny because I was thinking about doing this anyway. So I give up after a bit. I can't do it. I'm spent. I'm just running all day.
You have. Go ahead and give me a physical save.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Please succeed or don't. I mean, that's cool. That's actually awful.
So
if we get recaptured here, I'm committing suicide. I just want you to know that. In character, obviously not in real life, because I'm not a drama queen.
Okay.
Damn it, Brakewood. No, what happens is I start running and I just happen to trip over nothing. There's nothing there, and I just trip over the ground.
Suddenly you're wearing high heels for some reason.
It's really strange, and a really nice short skirt. Anyway, so...
Wow, where'd you find that?
It accents my hips. What do you want? So, yeah.
Well, Jay has a hockey mask for no reason.
What?
Yeah. Be like, I'd stab that.
And what happens is like Hank is just sitting here like this, and the guy comes up and is like, "Are you all right?" And Hank just goes, "Ugh." And there's this really loud chord as he does it for no reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Go
okay.
ahead.
So
crap just hit me.
So you guys are basically making a break for it to try and get around and to the front of where this this hunting group is escorting Hank, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should have committed to the other idea, but whatever. Let's do it. I'm ready for death. I'm ready.
You guys make are making some pretty good headway. So you break off from the path and start to make your way around. The ground, as I was describing it earlier for Hank, the ground is just sopping wet, and it starts to get muddy.
Great.
And then it starts to get deeper. And now you're basically making your way through, for lack of a better description, a snowbank of mud. Or not snowbank, but like...
Yeah.
You wish you had snowshoes for the mud.
Mm-hmm. Good idea, Jay. Good idea.
Yeah, just, lift. High steps.
I'm trying.
It's like you're dancing. Oh.
Isn't
break
that
it.
kind of like is it that zero friction mud, or is it that clay that just collects and you're just gaining weight like you're rolling down a hill?
Why did you have to say that? Because it's going to be the clay now. Why did you say that?
Because we here in Oregon have all that mud.
Oh, God damn it. So, what I'm hearing, Guido, well, I mean, he got an 8, right? So he's probably able to push through this better than I am.
He is pushing through, but at this point, he is probably 20 feet ahead of you.
Okay, so that's actually okay. Do me a favor. Here's the group, right?
Okay.
Where am I? Actually, let me rewind. Where's he? Like,
so I would say you guys are approaching your thumb.
Okay, so like up here?
Sure.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop trying.
Okay.
And if Jay, are you going to look back at me, Jay?
Yeah.
Quietly. I'm not saying anything, but
You want a ham sandwich? Is this really the time?
So I'm going to...
I'm scared him just squinting really hard.
No, what are you doing?
Just do it? No.
I get the message. He wants me to go on ahead and go.
Okay, so I'm going to pull back a bit. Splitting the party. We did it. We're now 3 separate people. This is just for you, Guido.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So,
as a long-standing GM, I understand how much it's a joy to have this happen. So I'm going to pull back a bit. I'm going to try to actively, like, you know how you can take certain types of movements and kind of nice long breaths. I'm trying to recover.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to keep pace, probably move back closer to the trail to make it easier to move. But I'm basically going back to kind of the default plan of watching and waiting. And I'm leaving the trap plan in his hands.
Okay.
I am saving an action for if anything I see as a weakness happens. I know that's not literally what's happening, but you get the inference.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm not going to make anybody roll on this.
Thank God.
Um,
What was the skill, really quick, just to see what would happen?
Notice.
Okay, hang on. So, in a fictional, this is actually a -1 because it's intellect. So, I would have gotten a 6. Wow, that's actually better than I thought. How was that? That can't be right.
What?
No, that's right because I got 2 4s. Okay, we're cool.
You guys can see. There's a term for it that I can't think of off the top of my head suddenly. It's not a plume of smoke, but I guess I'm going to call it a plume. Several, basically, lines of dark smoke ahead in the distance.
Okay.
In the direction that you are traveling to.
Seems right.
Yeah, I was afraid of that though. No, I mean, I can't communicate with anyone anymore. We're fully split up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
hang on. Just for the hell of it. Does anything happen? Okay. I mean, a lot of weird stuff has happened lately. I'm still a little out of it. I thought I'd check, just... No. Okay.
Oh, a mutation table.
Oh, God.
From a sneeze?
So who do you want first, Guido? Because I'm mostly waiting and watching. So it's one of those two.
So Jay, you are running up ahead. What's your plan?
Essentially is to get as far ahead of them as I can where I think I won't be easily spotted.
Mm-hmm.
and basically see what I have to work with there. Like,
Okay.
is there a little place that they may have to funnel through? Place where I can, perhaps do something from, an elevated position, or for just getting too close to the town. I mean, whatever's going on around there.
So there is no elevated position. You
Okay.
are in flat grasslands that are, at this point, mud flats. You have the spear that you brought with you.
Mm-hmm.
There are tall grasses. Some of them are, 8 or 10 feet tall. Some of them are waist high. Kind of looks like a mixture of the thick blades of grass, and some of it looks like the thing that looks like a corn dog on a stick.
Cattail.
Cattail. Thank you. Wow.
Like, well, probably a corn dog.
Oh,
It
that's
looks
what
like a
corn
corn dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, eat that.
It's so delicious.
Interesting fact, you can make flour out of those.
Really?
Really?
Additional interesting fact, it is not gluten-free.
Well, then what's the point?
How did you find this out?
Yeah. I feel like there's a story here.
Researching gluten-free flours.
Okay. All right. How close? You said that there was not exactly plumes, so basically trails of smoke and whatnot, signifying some civilization up ahead. How close to that are we really getting? Basically, do I feel like I'm not going to have enough time to get around ahead of them, do something before they basically reach there?
I mean, it depends on what you're thinking of doing. I can't say whether or not you'd have time to do something unless there's some kind of indication of what that something would be.
Well, I'm kind of working off what I'll find there, so even I don't really know exactly what that's going to be. If it's just like flat plain lands, I really don't have a whole lot that I can do aside from just the ambush or putting unpleasant things for them to step on. Okay. So as I'm going, can I just gather stuff that I could potentially use as makeshift caltrops? I understand they're not going to be as effective, but if there's sticks or bits of rocks or anything of that sort that I could at least use to create some sort of rough terrain, if they can't see them, then I'll try to grab some of that.
Sure, you can gather some rocks. There would be basically reeds that had dried or died that you could break off.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll be trying to gather as much as that as I can on the way there, and again, trying to get a little bit ahead of them so I can see kind of what path they're going to have to take.
Okay. So there's not a path per se through the grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that there are a couple of areas that have been more trampled than other areas. And you're fairly certain that one of them is the path that they are on. But it's, again, it's basically just trampled down grass and cattail bushes. as opposed to any kind of hardened path.
Okay. How many of them did you say that there were? At least 7?
Let's see, there's... There are 10.
10. Okay. All right. All right. So for right now, I think I'm just gonna, move ahead of them and see if I can't get closer to that town and do a little bit of scouting out of that place first to see where they're going and what we might expect if they reach there.
Okay. So you're going to scout out instead of trying to do any kind of trap or anything?
For the moment. Because I don't
Okay.
think I don't think I can do anything that's going to be really effective enough to help them.
Okay. What I'm going to do then is read a brief description of the town. You will basically be the first to learn this information, but as Hank and Matthias approach, you will get the same information. So there's no need to disseminate or anything. It's just realize that you're learning it in a delayed fashion.
Okay.
Digger Springs is a town of mud and rust, built on the grave of a city surviving by what it can pick from the bones. The mud miners who live there are a raucous and sullen lot, always dreaming of the next big strike, and spending what they can find on bad booze and worse company. Every day's journey down into the tunnels might be the last, and few of Digger Springs' citizens care to die with any living left undone. The buildings of the town are made of mud, bricks fired in the town's solar kiln to resist the rains that sometimes sweep the nearby hills. Here and there, panels of excavated sheet siding or ceroplast roof shingles form splashes of smoothness and brighter color on the buildings, with a few shacks rigged together out of a patchwork of dug-up construction debris. The mud houses are more temperate than the scrap shacks, but the walls and earthen floors often end up riddled by a zoo of mutant vermin. Everything is more slapdash in Digger Springs. The buildings are tenuous, the streets badly kept, the flow of people disorderly and impatient. Some of this comes from Digger Springs' youth, as the Enclave was founded less than 40 years ago, and the rest of it comes from the hard-driving, hard-living locals, many of whom drifted in to make their fortune in the mud holes, and have little interest in anything but the next big strike. As you are approaching the town, at this point, I'm going to switch over in Roll20.
A new place.
Good old Digger Springs.
Oh,
How'd you farm, Papa? Mud.
I know you've answered this before, Guido, but did you make this?
no.
Okay, so this is from the module.
Yep.
Okay. It's crap. It's the worst map I've ever seen.
Very likely.
Wow.
All right then.
It's very muddy.
Well, yeah.
Oh, come on.
You trying to change songs?
No, I'm trying to get it to zoom. There. All right. I need to make some edits in... Come on. There. Good enough. Okay. So you guys are approaching basically from the northeast.
Through the mud.
Right.
That makes sense.
Hooray.
Crap. I'm gonna have to murder so many people in this town. This is really frustrating. I just want you to know that. All
Just-
these people are gonna die for nothing.
Poor dirt farmers.
They deserve to die.
Just out of hand. Yeah.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
The dirt women and the dirt children too.
Yes, all those mutters.
For some reason, they keep talking about this person named Jane. I
There
don't
it
get
is.
Wow, why did it do that?
I used to know the lyrics for that on the top of my head. I can't do it though. I'm sorry.
Sorry, give me just a second here.
His name, the hero of Camden, the man they call Thane. I mean Jane, whatever his name is. You know that one guy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. One with a hat.
All right.
We now pause this regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you. The GM is fiddling with a tool and it just isn't working right. God damn it!
I lost some of the setup when it exited Roll20.
Oh,
Lovely. Anyway.
thanks, Roll20.
Yeah.
Yay.
Still probably the best option, but you still suck.
So you guys are approaching from the northeast, and unless you are going to tell me differently,
Yeah, they're not stopping until they get in, are they?
no, they were too close. Jay is basically, I'm assuming you are making your way south to get a better view of the town.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip for it. You okay with that, Guido?
You do what you need to.
I'm just saying. I'm basically giving you full permission to kill my character here, based on a coin which I dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Take two. There we go. Okay, coin says not to rush him.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, since I have now committed to it, how screwed would I be if I had rushed?
Well, it would have initiated combat.
Yep.
Roll initiative.
I don't even know how many there are.
10.
3, 8, 70.
Well, the hunting group that you're following, there's 10.
Oh, okay.
In the town itself, there are 1,700.
I'm gonna have to kill so many people.
That's going to take a while.
That's gonna take so. I'm gonna have to do like okay. Assassin's Creed, right?
Okay.
Big old base, big old fortress. There's like 50 people. Sneak.
There's
Kill
one
guy.
bush. There's
Yeah,
one bush
exactly. There's one
in
bush.
the entire place.
And then
Yeah.
come back.
There's just like a stack of bodies that's like erupting from this bush.
Yes. Just shoving all of the bodies into this one bush.
It's my favorite part of Odyssey.
Okay. I will continue to follow them very angrily.
Furrowed eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my eyebrows. They're doing the anime thing where they're like they get really bushy and they go up for some reason. Like I don't even know how you do that like on a human being. Like it's
A lot of mascara.
yeah. Just... God damn it.
So you're approaching from the northeast. You are passing through the mine shafts.
If I see anybody who's by themselves, I want to kill them.
The mud holes are grubbed out with basic hand tools and shored up with lengths of scrap composite delved up from below. Most tunnel mouths are passages no taller than a man and little more than a meter wide, with rope slings to lower down miners into the dark. Each one is well and separate from the other, with claim posts hammered in to mark the boundaries of each team's excavations.
Seems like a pleasant place.
This is truly hell, I think to myself.
As the group with Hank is passing through the mine shaft area, basically just like meandering around to pass around each of the mines, because there's no straight path. Some of the guards that are with you are greeting the miners. Some of the miners from some of the farther away mines are, yelling over, "Hey Jim, welcome back."
Okay, in all and total sincerity, is there any miner by themselves?
Well, by themselves is going to be difficult because there is still line of sight between the mines. I mean, you could probably sneak up on someone if you really wanted to.
All right, I don't have a good eye for the terrain, so what I'm going to ask is, how feasible? Okay, I could do a roll for this if you want me to. I'm going to roll for this.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do.
What I want to do is I want to grab someone, muffle them, right?
Okay.
And get them someplace where everybody won't notice immediately. Obviously, they're going to notice at some point that Bob is gone, but I want to get him over here so I can question and interrogate him. Is such a thing even remotely possible? And again, you could just say no. Because in character, I picture Matthias just looking around, like, casing the area, thinking, okay, is this even feasible?
Go ahead and give me a... Give me a sneak roll. But let's make it wisdom, so it's more of a observation, more like a notice.
Which means this is -1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just keep it to that.
As much as I hate to say it.
No, it's 4. That's slightly better.
Okay.
So how badly am I screwed with a 4?
Well,
because I'm thinking either I say, oh, this is totally not possible, or, oh, I could totally do this.
if I sneak around this way,
oh, Jesus,
I could probably hide in the cattails over here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to die. I'm going to die, guys.
And I could wait for that guy to haul up the next load. And then when he lowers the bucket back down, I could probably grab him.
So... full of confidence, okay. I go hide in the cattails. I mean, I can't keep following these guys anyways, right? That's logical.
How much longer do you guys want to go tonight?
Oh, Jesus. time is
It's
it?
been almost 2 hours.
It is getting a little on. I've got a little left in the tank.
Okay.
I've admittedly been going to sleep earlier lately because of this. But
Yeah.
if you want to resolve something, go.
Well,
for it.
it's either that's a great place to end or cliffhanger.
And then he dies. There's not a cliffhanger.
As
There's
you're
no
reaching out to
mystery.
grab him.
No.
Matthias is mega dead. I've consigned myself to it. It's okay, Guido. I take the burden off of you. Kill me. It's okay.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me your punch roll. Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because this is basically to do your unarmed grapple.
Okay.
Okay. You did say you were going to muffle his mouth first.
Yep. That's the goal in mind here.
So you take him by surprise, and you drag him back towards the cattails.
Okay. And then he bites my arm, gets free, and screams, "Help!" And then I die. See, when Guido stops like this,
Yeah,
he's
like,
thinking about
let me consult the death table.
Yes, he's exactly. It's not a question of how much I'm dead. It's just the specificities. We've got to figure things out here.
Well, no, I was doing the roll to see if anyone noticed that.
Jeez.
Essenbido Chopra.
Bless
Who's
you.
a child. Well, that explains why you so easily got a hold of him.
Oh no,
Did I what?
Daddy, can I have some sweets?
Oh, come over here. I'd like okay. I'd like to think that I'm still dazed, right? I still got the -1.
Yep.
And I'm not. I'm kind of bloodlusty in character. Like I'm pissed. I'm legitimately enraged. So I didn't notice it was a kid.
Yep.
Stranger
Until
danger.
he's in, and I'm like, and there's just this like half second of, and I've committed. I can't do anything else. So it's like, all right, let's go.
Sorry, kid.
Shoot, I didn't. This is okay.
This child picked the wrong town.
What do you do with the child?
Oh my god. Okay, so I get him over there. Do I have any indication that I've been caught?
Not yet.
So there's nobody going, ah, in other words. I imagine if I was seen doing this, there would be an immediate vocal reaction. So I assume that I am at the moment hidden for this like next 6 seconds or so, roughly.
Yeah.
What is the kid doing? Wait, hang on, real quick.
Does he have a child prop? Of course, yes, there it is. Okay. I was like, I knew there was something to do with the prop. The child is a shark?
Gotta have the props. Very important. Okay, so what's the kid doing?
Well, he's going to bite your arm, clearly.
No! My arm! And then he's gonna like spinning in a tornado for no.
Right. Yep.
So what's he doing?
Okay, so once the shock wears off, he is going to try and bite your hand that you've got covering his mouth.
Okay.
And he's basically just wildly throwing himself around trying to get loose.
Yeah. So I'm going to take about a second here because I have to decide if I'm going to kill this kid or not. Because he has no intel for me. He is useless.
This is going.
and if I let him live under any circumstances, this will bite me in the ass in a very hard way. But at least if I kill him, it will not be known if I am the one who kills him. So from a purely cold calculus perspective, the correct decision here is to kill this child.
Oh God.
What's the karma dump for that, by the way?
I think it's 1,000.
Okay.
That's a.
How old is this kid? Let me just feel this as hard as I can. How old is this kid?
So there are. Hold on, let me just
How
double
old are
check
you?
here.
I'm so sorry. Shh, it's gonna be okay.
Just sleep.
Jesus Christ.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna bring up my table so I can actually answer that.
This is the worst.
That's why I had to bring over a shark to
Right.
bring levity into the moment.
Okay. So there's child, teenager, young adult, adult, advanced adult, old age, and ancient. So this is preteen.
This is the crying. The shark is crying. Okay. Don't worry. I wouldn't actually kill you, shark. You're safe.
So somewhere between, I would say, 8 and 12 to be out in the mines actually helping.
Wow. Just wow.
Okay. This is not going to work.
Here's
what I'm going to do.
I will give you a choice.
Okay.
Because that's dark. I cannot in good conscience allow the player to kill a child.
The heroes of the story.
Oh, God. I just wanted one of the dudes. God damn it.
Either you can knock the child unconscious and make your getaway, or if you are insistent on killing something, I will retcon the age of...
Suddenly, I look down and it's like it's not this cute shark. It's some grungy looking dude.
Well,
With terrible curly hair. He's got cake, just dirt caking his hair. I'm like, oh, I feel a lot better about this.
He looks to be about young to mid 20s.
No, I'm not going to make you retcon it. What I'm going to do, it's a kid. This is going to snap Matthias the hell out of his bloodlust. And he's going to freeze up for a second as he ponders his situation, right?
Yeah, your camera is frozen, by the way. Oh, now you're back. That was good timing.
Yeah, very, very accurate.
Yeah.
And I just used my internet powers. What I'm going to do is I am going, even though I'm running at a -1, which is getting worse and worse the longer this goes on, I'm going to try and talk my way out of this. Because I have a talk skill of +2.
You do. That's true. What's your
because
plan?
That's what I'm freaking good at. What I'm going to do is the goal of the lie. Let me just start with that. The goal, and I'm going to seed some truth in here because I have no desire to hurt this kid. That is the total truth. And so this is a mistake. And that is the total truth. So I'm just going to kind of sneak that truth in as much as I can. But the thrust of the lie is, oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you were one of those brigands, those raiders who were in this area. I've been tracking him for days. Oh. I stink and I'm sweating and I obviously look like I've been in the wilds. And I'm so sorry. And I'm going to let him go.
Roll your talk.
And I'm going to roll my talk, and I'm going to use my cosmic powers here to roll. Okay. At a -1. Okay, it's a 9.
Okay.
Oh, and obviously like I said, seeding the lie with truth. I'm sorry, I had no intention of hurting you. You were completely not the right target. I'm so sorry. This is just a complete mistake. Just getting the truth scattered in there.
I'm going to try and voice this here.
Okay.
This young, innocent voice greets you. This is going to be painful.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you think I'm a bandit? That's totally not young and innocent, but just run with it.
Yep. Wait.
Crap. Okay, now I got to come up with the second half of the lie, which I actually haven't done yet. I gotta commit. Okay, so do I need to roll another talk?
No.
Excuse me. My friend, we were investigating the mountain explosion. Did you hear that?
Well, everybody heard that.
Yeah, we were investigating it, and these guys came up and they took my friend. They took my friend, and they were taking him right through this area, and I was following them, and I thought I saw one of them stay behind in one of these, and I look around for a moment, seemingly perplexed. Mines, I guess. I don't know what you're doing here. For whatever what are you doing here, kid? You were like right behind the group. I thought you were one of them. Oh my God. And a lot of my real shock and real horror at this mistake and this faux pas should be coming through my performance.
Yeah. And I'm not going to make you roll perform on that. Because...
I was just about to say, I've been raising perform.
No.
Coming on.
Knowing that you almost killed a child, the horror of that is definitely evident.
I can't imagine why.
Right. So, no, I'm not going to make you roll perform. As you have been saying this, the child has been slowly backing away. And he's going to turn back towards the mine and yell, "Dad!"
See, now I have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk or I can sneak. That's really what it boils down to. My sneak's at a -1. My talk's at a +1 at the moment. Bragwin, what do you think I should do? Bragwin, I know you're there.
Say, I'm your new dad.
Boy. No, I can't speak like him. He's got this super deep voice. This super like mega grave. Uh-oh. Bragwin said I just noticed the last thing Bragwin said was BRB. She's not actually there.
Okay.
God damn it. I was waiting for nothing. Okay, I'll flip for it.
Well, I can move over to Jay.
Yeah, good. Do that.
Meanwhile, I've been watching all this happen from the shadow.
What is he about to do? Oh, okay, he's trying to
no.
get out of it. What is that idiot doing?
No, I kind of feel like Jay would probably be trying to look for an entry point into this town proper that was not evident.
I mean, I don't even see why.
Trying to actually, infiltrate it somewhat.
Okay. Well, as Laura was just saying, there's no wall.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's eyes and stuff.
Okay.
Maybe a place where there's some mines. It's
very obvious.
Where there's some mines that aren't, like currently working or anything of that sort. Is there any entry like that?
Well, so this building here, just south of the little road here, an awning juts out from the front of this well-scrubbed, scrap-built building. The panels that make up the walls shine in the sunlight, and the half-dozen plastic tables and chairs set out front all haven't so much as a speck of red dust upon them. The smell of fresh baked bread wafts from within the open doorway.
Oh, food. Okay. Well, if you see some sort of bakery, but as hungry as I am, probably not something I want to really pursue right now.
Okay.
There isn't a place that's just like ye old bear traps or anything like that, is there?
That'll be very useful right about now.
Yeah.
Or an hour ago.
Wouldn't be able to see that.
A giant airship. They don't even know that's there.
It's not obvious.
You know you're screwed up as a player when your GM's like, God, what can I tell you about this? Can I have that Star Destroyer back, Guido? That would really help this situation a lot.
Would you be able
So
to see what
much.
that is? Nope. Okay. There's not really much else that you can see that is obviously anything from the outskirts. That's the problem.
Okay. Well, means I guess I have to go in. Okay, so am I going to stick out like a sore thumb if I'm just walking around?
Considering what you're wearing?
Are there some work clothes that are discarded on the side that I could swap to in some of these mines?
You want to like go into one of the mines and see if there's clothes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe, I mean, these people work in mud pits. I mean, maybe they swap clothes before they go in there. I look for the classic, underwear and stuff hanging up on a clothesline.
Man, okay, give me a notice roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
You can see next to one of the mine shafts a basket that has a pile of clothes in it.
Perfect.
Kids' clothes. Women's kids' clothes.
Well, I mean,
Guys.
at this point, yeah. So I'll try and sneak over to that and grab some stuff out of there and take it around into a hidden area.
Okay. It's definitely not your size, but you could probably tear it up a bit and make it fit-ish.
Is it like too big or too small?
Question.
We're going to say the pants are too big and the shirt is too small.
Okay, perfect.
Because the other way around, it just wouldn't.
Just wouldn't.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't.
No.
All right, so roll up the pants. Sure, it's a little more difficult, but I suppose if I need to, I can do a sleeveless. Give it a little bit of breathing room. And are these like clean clothes, or do I need to like dirty these up a little bit to make them actually look warm?
So they are. They look laundered, but dusty.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll swap out real quick. Take my former little jumpsuit and.
Oh, you're actually taking the jumpsuit off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess since my pants are big, that's where it's going. I'll have a little bit of junk in the trunk, but I guess I can wrap it around. The spear?
Okay.
I guess it's going to look a little weird being carried around. So for right now, I'll just stash it in a corner.
Okay. Okay.
Ruffle up the hair a bit, do Spider-Man, put it down on my face.
The spear falls over and you impale yourself on it.
Perfect.
Oh no! This is exactly what I wanted. I'm so emo. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to give myself a little bit of mundane disguise, so if one of them sees me out of the corner of their eye, that troop that's coming in, they may not immediately be like,
Okay.
So, they haven't looked at me a whole lot, I'm hoping. All right. And using that, I'll try and make my way a little more into the city proper.
Okay.
Or town. I guess it's just a little village more than anything. A mud village.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Hank, they have brought you in through the mine shafts, and at the northeast corner of the village, this building right here.
Okay.
They take you up to the door. There we go. This ramshackle building is loosely fashioned of scrap and worn-looking mineshaft timbers. Inside, a handful of sullen men and women slump on bare-boarded beds. There's a gentleman standing out front who takes opens the door, and you are guided in and untied.
Okay. Do these look like just random townsfolk refugees, or are these like prisoners? Like, is there like there was a guard? Was there a guard posted outside, or any sort of?
Oh, I'm sorry. There is no guard on the door.
Okay.
These are, well, these appear to be people of the town. Basically, there's a couple of people that you can tell probably came straight from the mine, and some other people that likely have more like household jobs, but they are all just either sitting on the floor, sitting on the bed. No one is... They all pretty much just look miserable.
Okay. So am I getting kind of like a serf and or indentured servitude sort of vibe from this?
No.
Or just people who are just overworked and not happy with their existence?
You're not getting really any kind of vibe of that nature.
Okay.
Queso's going to close the door behind you and say, "We'll be back shortly. Just stay here. No one's gonna bother you."
Okay. Is the door locked?
The door is not locked.
But I'm untied.
They have untied you. Yes.
Is there anyone by the name of Akbar in this room? just checking. No reason. Does anybody react to me being there?
They're going to look at you strangely.
Okay.
But they're pretty much just minding their own business.
Okay. Does the door have like a, or does this place have a window or any sort of, or does this door have a cutout on it?
It is not a sturdy building by any means. There are gaps between the wall panels. There's no windows, but you can see through the gaps.
Okay. I want to see where they go.
They're going to head into town.
West or south?
One moment.
Okay.
Almost directly south.
Okay, so their backs will be to me if I open the door. I'm assuming the door is on the south end of the building.
Yes.
Okay, which would make sense with the road. I'm assuming that's a road, not a wall, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, just throwing that out there. I don't know how these towns are built. I'm gonna open the door.
You hear a voice behind you. I wouldn't do that.
I turn around and see who said that.
A miserable-looking, dirty miner.
Okay, why not?
So the the jail is here both as punishment and protection. While the door's not locked, if you leave, one of two things is going to happen. They will either hunt you down, or if you ever show your face here again, they will kill you.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, they already hunted me down to put me in here. So that kind of skips ahead to killing. All right, well, I'm assuming that like every space in here is pretty much taken.
And you can find floor space, or
I was going to say I was going to sit on
bed
the
or-
floor, but
yeah.
like not like I'm not going to sit there on the floor right in front of the door because that just seems kind of dumb.
Okay. Yeah. As you're finding a place to sit, the door opens and a very sad-looking young-ish woman walks in and takes a seat over in the corner.
Okay. So you're all prisoners here?
We are paying back the city for infractions. It's a terrible way of saying that, but
No, but I get the general gist. So what sort of perceived slights have you incurred for the city?
A couple of, well, so all of the individuals who are covered in mud basically look at each other, and one of them speaks up and says, "We haven't been able to pay back Banerjee yet."
I'm sorry, payback what?
Banerjee.
Okay.
If you are asking for an explanation,
Yeah, what is Banerjee?
Banerjee Mining Supplies. They supply the what the miners need to go down in the mine shafts.
Okay. So if I'm understanding correctly, you are paying off rental fees for the equipment you need to mine to pay off your debt. Is that correct?
We are in debt and unable to repay.
Okay. So I'm trying to discern is this a racket? They're just getting screwed, or is this a debtor's prison where they're actually working off a debt that they owe to the city for either protection or what have you? Still also being screwed, but in a slightly different way.
They are working off debt. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the women chimes up and God, that's a horrible post-apocalyptic future. But one of the women chimes up. She refused to service one of the men at the brothel. Another guy chimes up. He was late getting to work to clean the house of his master, whatever.
Okay.
You're getting more on my side of the kill them all side of the equation at this point.
Yeah, it's leaning that way. I was gonna say maybe I'll hear this Big Ben out and at least see what he's about, and this seems like a much darker path than I was expecting. Not flesh tree dark, but still not good either. All right. So are you told how much you owe or how long your sentence is per se, or is it just determined arbitrarily by someone who doesn't update you on that and you just work until they say you don't have to work anymore?
They'd be informed of what the sentence is.
Okay.
It's a fair form of slavery.
Yeah, not feeling it.
Did Bregwin give you the information that you needed, Lord?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt because he was in a roll. On a roll? In a roll? I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm thinking we should probably work on wrapping this up for tonight. So
I think I agree.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is the decision?
I'm going to talk. So when I say talk, the way I was thinking is I had two basic strategies.
Talk with my fists.
stand there and do a very elaborate series of things to diffuse the situation, or book it. I am choosing to stand there, hands out, arms wide, non-threatening.
Okay.
With trying to when the dad comes over, I'm going to be like, "I'm sorry, sir. This is a complete mistake. Here's the same lie I just told your kid. Here's the truth I just told your kid."
That's the one.
I'm also basically ready to book it as like this isn't working backup.
Okay.
This is less of a plan and more of an improvisation at this
Right.
point.
Okay. So you're standing there with your hands up.
Very non-threatening, even tone of voice. You know, I'm going the whole 9 yards here.
An older gentleman comes around the cattail bush and steps up to the young boy. I need 2 names here.
Bob Sr. Bob the Elder. Named for his grandfather, Sir Bartholomew
The third.
the Third.
So, older gentleman steps around, puts his hand on the boy's shoulder. Beto, what's going on? And the child looks up. Father, this man was he grabbed me. He was trying to hunt bandits.
Yes. And that's when I kind of, having had at opening, I kind of started to my spiel. I've kind of already given it. So, you know, it's,
Right.
Sorry, blah, blah, blah. It's the heat must be getting to me. I apologize. I'm really sorry. You know how this summer heat gets? I'm actually from Australia. You know, it's always cold there. I'm not used to it. From the Bosnian sector of Australia.
Wait, what? Yeah, it's always snowing. What?
Yes, it's always snowing in Paris.
Okay.
Okay.
There's just this interweaving, like if you could picture, there's like one strand of yarn that's total lies and one that's total truth, and I'm just kind of making a yarn here out of them. Like, hey,
Yeah.
here's what happened.
Um,
Here's the other thing that happened, and I'm being very non-threatening. I don't even have my club. Like, my club's on the ground. I dropped it. Like, hey, you know.
okay.
Now the biggest thing, and I'm sure you're already thinking this, is I'm in this goddamn jumpsuit.
Yeah.
So if he tries to call me on it, I am just going to go ahead and bail. I'm not going to try and kill his dad right in front of him. Tempting, but no.
Okay.
There's a life lesson, son.
Yeah.
This is what will happen to you the next time you step out of line.
Here's how he's going to respond, and you're
Okay.
going to hate me for this. But
I already hate it. I'm ready. Let's do it.
if there's bandits in the area, you should talk to Big Ben about that.
Real quick, has my character heard that name yet?
That's who they were, the guards.
No,
that had
I
captured
know
you.
that, but has my character heard that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They had actually had that conversation of that's who they were taking you to meet.
I'm gonna roll with it. Where's he at? Like, is there a place? Because I'm in a hurry here. I'm still adrenaline. I've been running half the day trying to keep up with these people. Where's he at, please, so I can get to him right now?
Well, he'll probably be in his house this time of day.
Well, I don't want to intrude on the man's privacy. I'm just, something. I guess I could go knock. I don't know. And I'm kind of gonna like do that thing where I talk like I'm not quite sure of myself, which usually puts other people more at ease.
So they're gonna. Well, I could show you the way.
My character doesn't react that way. It's just the player. Oh God. Okay. No, that's okay. You got to take care of your son. Obviously, you don't want me anywhere near him. I'm sorry again. I apologize. I'm just going to head into town. Big Ben,
So if you take the first road south, it's going to
Okay.
be the last intersection there.
Last intersection. I'm going to make like really exaggerative, like I'm really trying to remember his notes. Like, okay, first intersection, south. Okay.
Big house on the right.
Big house on the right. Got it. Thank you so much. And I'm going to just take off, basically at a run, not a sprint. One
Okay.
step below that.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to get out of sight for no reason.
Are you actually heading into town, or are you trying to hide before you get to town?
Oh no, I'm trying to. So I'm in the pits in the mining area. What I'm
Yep.
thinking is I'm actually going to go basically straight south until I'm functionally out of reach of the pits, and I might be in reach of some of the town. But I'm going to be trying and looking for some place to hide in this region.
Okay.
And I just realized I think I'm accidentally going the same way Third did.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
serious. I'm serious. That's a total coincidence. I was just thinking that would be the best way to approach.
Excuse me, sir. I'll take you to Big Ben.
Oh, wonderful, sir. Maybe you could guide me on my path.
Both wearing
Yes.
the same jumpsuit.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm going with. Because
Okay.
basically, if you want to fast forward a little bit, I can tell you my overall plan here. Because it's fairly simple.
Sure.
Okay, find some clothes, switch my outfit, get a big butt by putting it in my pants. No, I've got. Oh, I don't have my backpack. Oh my god,
Nope.
No,
these guys
Nope.
think I've got it. I'm gonna kill everyone in this town except the kid.
the one kid in town.
That won't be
Kid is
traumatizing.
the only survivor. It's Skyrim all over again.
For
Yeah.
the record, there are 1,000 children in this village.
Okay, fine. They
children,
can be the
got it.
children of the damned. I don't care. Point
Okay.
being,
Just
all the kids get to live.
We'll rename this place a Little Lamplight.
But yeah,
oh.
change outfit, get into town, and basically I'm going to posit myself as a roamer, and I'm going to be asking questions that are phrased along the lines of, "I heard they brought another group of troublemakers to big bands." You know, something basically trying to start a conversation
Okay.
to figure out where the hell Hank is.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bumble accidentally into Third. What happened to your butt?
Do you like it? No.
God, no. Ignore my own butt.
Yeah, there's rumors that someone's going around grabbing kids.
What? Are you serious? What kind of deranged, twisted, horrible?
I don't know, but I quote, he had the look of bloodlust in his eyes.
I would not know what that look looks like. Although it kind of, if you look at your eyes right now, there's kind of a little bit of that.
Yeah, keep your fingers away from my eyes.
I'm just saying. Come here
No.
for a second.
No, okay, so I haven't found anything useful except for a bakery.
I'm sorry. I was assuming here, Guido, because you didn't actually answer me in my fast forwarding. We could just stop here, and if that is your preference, I should probably save here.
Go ahead and give me a notice roll to see if
Okay.
you can find clothes of your own.
Please find clothes. Please roll well. Notice is at a -1, so that means it's a -2. Oh my god, is that is almost as low as it can go. Once again, I could get a 0 on my notice right now. Possible to get a 0. So Guido is either going to have me find nothing, which would be the most merciful action. He's going to have me stumble in and just start stealing clothes right in front of someone, or I'm going to
Yeah.
find a woman's dress.
That's the same little kid. You're taking his clothes, and you look up.
I'm going to find the kid. I just start taking his clothes, and I'm like, "Oh, these are yours, aren't they?" God damn it! And then I kill him.